You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Well, hello everybody. Happy Sunday and welcome back to the Hood Tables one more again. We are back for another TV show review with our crew, the Hoodies. All of y'all that's coming through, make sure you like and share the video, please, and thank you very much. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Hood Table if you are not already subscribed. Now, we are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, and we are also live on Twitter. So I'm going to try to be going, back and forth through the different pages to make sure I catch any comments. So please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section if you got anything to say about this episode or any of the storylines thus far. Now, we are going to be reviewing BMF, aka Black Mafia Family. And then after I do my review, of course, I'll do my blog over on thehoodtable.com on my website because I am blogging again. So I'm vlogging on YouTube and blogging on my website. But anyway. And also, if you want to join the membership, you can hit the join button. And also, if you want to donate for the commentary or the TV show review, you can hit $ the Hood Table 402. And again, feel free to drop down in the chat and get your eagle on if you got anything at all to say about the episode, because it was a lot going on, y'all. Matter of fact, the title of this episode was called Casualties Award. And let me get a sip of water before we start, because I'll be running my mouth, bumping my gums. Hold on. Okay, that water is super cold and refreshing. But anyway, so we're going to start off talking about, it's so many different things that was going on in this episode from what's going on with T, what's going on with Meech, what's going on with the Flannery, their parents, Lucille, Charles, their daughter, Markeisha, it's Brian, oh my God, Brian, Detective Jen. It's so many storylines. I don't even know how we can keep up with this. But anyway, at the beginning of the episode, we saw 3 separate funerals going on. One for the little boy from Techwood, the Techwood boy, to which Meech also attended. And not to really show condolences, at least not to me. He wasn't really there to show condolences, like he said, but more so to send another warning. And that this will continue if Remy doesn't stand down. Did Remy look like he was ready to concede? No, he absolutely wasn't. And then after Meech walked away, Remy turned to his guy Claude, and he was like, from this point, it is on site, my nigga. It is on site. And then the other funeral, of course, that was being carried out was for Brian's son, little Kev. Man, I still cannot believe that Kevin had to go out like that. Then for Brian to have to see T across the way attending the funeral of one of his crew, rip. And then Brian being led by that lower lip. Oh my God, that lip. I swear to God, every TV show, every movie I see him on, I just can't get my eyes off that lower lip of his. But anyway, him and that lower lip started across right over to Terry. He knocked Terry in the grave. Did y'all see that shit? The grave that I'm pretty sure Brian wished was meant for T. And, instead of the other guy they was burying, because Brian doesn't believe his son should be dead. And he shouldn't. He shouldn't. But there's a lot of things that Brian did. Like, Brian is not trying to stand in his shit. He was being very inconsiderate of the other families, mourning the losses of their loved ones. He was never trying to take accountability in this episode for any of his own actions that led up to the death of his son. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But yeah, he told T, he said, my kid shouldn't be the one in the ground. And he damn sure shouldn't have to share the same soil with any of you people. You people. And that means the thugs, okay? The gangbangers, the drug dealers, all that. But then on the other side of the country, down south in the A, Meech and his crew were also mourning the loss of Rip. Both T and Meech are trying to come up with a way to put an end to their losses. So when Meech attended the Techwood Boys' funeral, he noticed that it seemed like Claude wasn't exactly feeling Remy's tactics. So while having a drink with Duffy, I just love me some Duffy, y'all. I don't know, it's something about him. I just think he's really cute. But anyway, Meech told him, look, I think if we get at Claude, we can get to Remy and maybe take them out from the inside. Then maybe we can make an alliance with the Techwood Boys and take out the MKs. So between the North and the South crew, the brothers had a lot going on, including the Beast. What I'm sure Meech didn't expect, though, child, this was the funniest part of the show, of this show. They always throw a little comedy in there. But what Meech didn't expect, though, was to have an ongoing beef with his lovely lady neighbor, Mrs. Watson. The lovely black Karen, those black people who act like the white people in the suburbs. They got to make sure you are totally in line with all the HOA rules and all of that, right? I was just talking the other day about how we used to have a basketball rim on our curb right in front of our house. It like leaned on the curb. You know how people do sometime in the hood. They put a basketball hoop on the curb and then they put sand inside of it or water inside of it. Then they put bricks on top of it. So if they dunk it on it or anything like that, the thing won't move. That ain't something that you too much see in the suburbs. And he got this neighbor who I think doesn't want him there, but she can't keep her ass out of his yard, off of his property. Talking about he's breaking HOA requirements, like his grass should be a certain level, things like that. But what she was trying to do was find out how is he able to afford such a nice car. And so him not trying to reveal his real source of income, he just told her he won the lottery. Of course, he ain't won no damn lottery, and I'm sure she knows that because she was like, well, if you won the lottery, you shouldn't have any problem paying a gardener or buying a lawnmower because HOA has a strict lawn blade height requirement. Child, I almost fell out because Meech, not to be one to be remanded by a Karen, turned around and told her height requirements. So do you have a height requirement for all those men coming in and out your house to dick you down while your husband is gone? She was like, how them bitches be, them Karens be, they be gritting through their teeth like, no, you ain't talking shit to me. She was like, cut your damn lawn. He was like, wash your damn sheets. Man, that shit was hilarious. I was cracking up. But yeah, so he's getting into it back and forth with his neighbor. I don't know how long this is going to go on, especially once we got to the end of the episode. We saw that, he might not have to have too many dealings with his neighbor anytime soon. But anyway, back to Remy. Although Remy believed that it will work more in their favor if they take out Meech and his crew, Claude absolutely against that idea. He feels as if teaming up with the BMF would make them a force to be reckoned with, which means invincible. So trying to convince Remy to change his mind, Claude said, we need to make a smart play and cop that pure shit from Meech and charge more. Even if we step on that shit, there's still enough green for artillery and foot soldiers. But Remy, he was about irritated by then. He replied, then he'll have us hooked for life like some of them fiends we sell to. So Remy thinks that if he hooks up with BMF and gets their stuff from them, that this is going to be something that Meech will probably hold on to them forever, and they might not be able to ever get from underneath Meech, unless they, of course, take him out. But anywho, I want to discuss Charles, Lucille, and Dr. Maurice, and then we're going to get back to some other shit that really matter. Okay, so let's take it a little light before we amp it back up, right? Now, seeing that Lucille doesn't want to be, it's like she wants Charles, but she don't know if she actually wants Dr. Maurice either. She wants Charles, she wants him to do right. Like if he just do right and keep doing right, maybe she'll, stay with him. But Dr. Maurice, she is trying to see if there is something there. They haven't been together since high school, since they were younger, and she wants to see if there's something still there. So Lucille, she's still meeting up with the Dr. Maurice. But Charles, he vowed to put his family back together, which I hope he'll hurry up and do soon, because their daughter Nicole, Nikki, little Nikki, she seems to have such a hard time adjusting to their separation, but not separation, because although they're separated, they still stay in the same crib. That along with trying to figure out who she is and what's going on with her guy friend, and then the pressure of her mama trying to force those birth control pills down her throat so that something doesn't come out her belly. She's like, Mom, I'm not having sex. You're the one that needs to be taking birth control, girl. If Miss Lucille didn't do one of my mama's moves, she got up all in that face with her finger right in front of her nose, basically like, don't you ever in your life talk to me like that again. Take the goddamn dang birth control pills. And then we still have Lucille, like I said, meeting up with the Dr. Maurice. Charles is still trying to keep the hope alive, though. Keep hope alive, Charles. Despite seeing his wife looking all beautiful and things, preparing for a date with the doctor. But because he appreciates her being honest with him, he agreed to giving her all the space that she needs to figure things out, of course. And when he told her that, I just couldn't help think, but will this make him step outside of his marriage again? What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think with him seeing Lucille doing the same shit he did to her, would that make things better? Like really keep him trying to make her change her mind and make her, fall back in love with him again? Or will he be like, well, fuck it then. You want to go out and do this with that nigga with the doctor? I'm going to just keep doing what I was doing in the first place. So y'all definitely let me know about that, because I really do hope that they get back together. But then we saw, how later down the line, the doctor was needed. Now, let's discuss Henry for a little bit. Henry, I do not like me some Henrietta. Somebody said that Henrietta, I don't know why this character was necessary. I really don't know why this character was necessary. But some people think that maybe she might not make it into the next episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. If y'all think that she'll make it into the next episode, I'm really not feeling her, but some of the things that she do really is funny. So, I got to give it to them for that. But sometimes I think that the storyline or whoever the writers are, like, I don't know. Y'all missed the point. Y'all Fitty. I think y'all missing the point. But anyway, I'm gonna start calling her flamethrower, or as she likes to call herself, dragon. Okay, dragon. But yeah, Remy. Why did I just call her Remy? Henry. She is so pissed off at T for running around claiming to be the king of Detroit or acting like the king of Detroit, when her manly ass claims that she doesn't want to be the king, but instead she wants to be a dragon, a fire-breathing dragon. And I was like, again, what's up with the writers? That's why I'm calling her a fire-breathing dragon, because we see her, she keeps having these flames, this flamethrower. I don't even know what you call it. But T came to her, I'm coming to you man to man. I want to talk to you man to man, even though she's a female, but she's, okay, man to man. However, Henry, in those sort of terms, wants to end the war with BMF. What she told T was, understand me when I say we cannot be allies, associates, damn sure not friends. Ain't no world in which we are paisanos. Only reason I ain't wiped your ass out already is because I'm going to have fun taking it slow, nice and slow. Me breaking BMF, the ultimate prize. So that's her goal. She don't want no peace treaty. She don't want no dap. You go your way, I go my way. None of that. She wants to totally break them down. That is her ultimate goal. So after not being able to get through to Henry, what does T do? He decided to pay her father Blaze, the cop-turned-drug kingpin, a visit. Because per Markeisha, Frank Andreas, a.k.a. Blaze, a.k.a. Henry's father, has some strong, serious political connections. At least that's what Markeisha's husband Boone told her. So T decided to go over Henrietta's head. So right now, though, even Blaze ordered his daughter to make peace with T. I don't know if Blaze really will ever get through to Henry. She wasn't trying to hear anything he has to say. After speaking to her father, Henry's guy asked her, "Did you peep how T and Diz was looking at each other when T came to you? So what's them too tight now?" Listen, y'all. All right, thank y'all for being so patient. My son's friends are showing up. Y'all know, and thanks for everybody who's been keeping us in y'all prayers. Because my son's friends, they lost a friend of theirs a few days back by gun violence. So they've been, getting together with all their friends. Anyway, so their friends is coming through, grieving and anyway, so I might have to step away a few more times to answer the door for a few more friends, but I'm gonna try to keep this really short. But anyway, so back to what I was saying, and again, make sure y'all please like and share the video on your way in. But so this is what I was talking about. Henry's guy, when T had came to see Henry, Diz was standing over to the side looking like T. I'm like, where's okay, Diz does not have a poker face. He was over there, like his eyes was going back and forth to T, back and forth to Henry, looking down at the ground. I mean, I'm like, child, if you ain't looking as guilty as sin. But anyway, I don't think Henry noticed it. But her friend did, or her guy, one of her goons, one of her, they did notice it. And they was like, did you see how he was looking at T? When y'all was is the two of them, are they tight? Are they friends? Are they cool? Are they what? And it was in that very moment that Henry knew that something was up with T and Diz. Now, remember a few episodes ago, when Henrietta had bought all the stash from the Connect, right? She bought all the stash and left T and them with nothing to purchase, right? She even had managed to get Lops and Diz to purchase from her, get supply from her. And T couldn't believe that Diz had went along with that, because he was like, man, that dude has always been loyal. He's always been down with us. I've been knowing him since he was in Little League baseball. And now he's going to be rolling with Henry? So then later, T was able to smooth things over with Diz, but he told him, I still want you to fuck with her because I want you to bring back some intel. So he decided to use Diz for some intel. So while he was copping weight from Henry, at the same time, he was also going to be gathering information that he can give to T. So after speaking with Blaze, T told Diz they would need a bigger space, because he's thinking, okay, this shit is going to work out for our benefit. So he thought. So Diz told him that he was going to be starting up a burger joint and offered space to T. Now, Detective Bryant and Detective Jen. Thanks to Detective Bryant still making moves in the street while being on suspension, he was doing his own thing, freelancing basically. You know how the cops are. They be out there doing their own thing. They chiefs to be telling them, stand down. I don't want you back on that investigation, and leave it to someone else. And they seem to never can let it go, right? So now, instead of being on suspension, he is unemployed. But not only that, since Jen was also freelancing with him and disobeying orders as well, she is now also suspended, like Bryant was at first. So Bryant, hearing that he was fired, I believe he probably was thinking, he ain't got shit else to lose. Nothing else to lose, because after that, he stormed up into Henry's place, punched out every guard that stood in his way. He was ready to blow Henry's chest through that wall. Okay, he was pissed. He was mad. He was ready to blow her head off. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot going on. But basically, Henry, like I said, Brian stormed up in her office and told her basically he believes that she is the one responsible for his son's death. She didn't kill him. It was basically her setting up his son to be raped in jail, assaulted, beaten because of Brian not being able to get the load from Meech. Be able to steal the load from Meech. The all the drugs and stuff. And so his son couldn't take it. I still think, like I said, he was embarrassed. He was ashamed. He felt like he let his father down. And on top of that, I mean, something like that happens to you in the joint. I mean, when usually that stuff happens to people, right? When they get attacked in jail or prison, it continues on. Like it ain't usually just no one time thing. It continues on, especially if they think they're dealing with somebody who won't fight back. So Brian to unalive uh wasn't able to unalive Henry at this time. Instead, her father came through, Captain Saberho. He came through and saved her from being killed. He was like, you ain't about to put one in my daughter's chest. I don't understand her. I might not like the stuff that she do, but it ain't about to go down like this, brother. At least for now. So Henry is saved from now. Thanks to her father appearing out of nowhere to come to her rescue. And so unless Brian wants to join his son on the other side, he had better stand down, and that he did. So Henry's father nor his guards plan on killing Brian. They need to instead teach him a lesson. And they did, however, put a good beating on him at the same time before dumping him somewhere on the street. Now, as far as back to Meech and his crew. Now, before sitting down to dinner with his crew, Meech had asked about Laz's whereabouts. Duffy believed that the Red Dogs might have caught up with him. And so Meech told Tina, and remember I was telling y'all, I was like, I don't know how Tina is going to play into all this, because remember Tina, the little girl Tina, she was like a sister to Meech's ex. The girl Mo, Lamar's baby mama. She was like their, sister to the siblings after, Monique passed away. She's also the underage girl that still sneaks in clubs, thanks to Monique making her a fake ID. And again, rest in peace to Monique, who was the mother of Zoe and T, the kids that Tina said she was siblings to. So, Cash Doll, who played Monique. Remember, she was killed off in season 2 by crazy ass Lamar, her baby daddy. And remember, Mo had told Lamar that Zoe wasn't his daughter. And while Lamar was strung out, Mo's mother was caring for Zoe and T, which Meech is also supporting. So Mo, who was a paralegal, she inspired Tina to study pre-law. And that's how the heck she got down there. So I'm thinking, she's down here practicing pre-law. So how is she going to be used in this season? And now we see, basically, she's doing some of the same thing that Angel is doing, and that's getting intel. Okay, she has a store set up and also begin intel down at the club. So Meech told Tina that between the club and the store, they need more clients. And whoever Tina brings in, he needs Duffy to make sure they are vetted before they get down. So later on, Meech and Tina, while driving along, the Red Dogs hemmed up Duffy as well. They then tried to sick one of the dogs on Meech and Tina, but Meech was fortunately able to get away. So now he has to find out what's going on with I keep saying his name wrong. Just Laz. That's his nickname, Laz. Duffy and Greenie. Angel, she offered again an ear hustle down at the strip club, which she seems pretty good at. And I've seen on other posts and other blogs that some people think that Angel is going to end up turning on Meech. Me personally, I don't think so. I really think that she really does like Meech. Now, I guess if her life depended on it, maybe if it came to that, she might be like, okay, I just got to rat you out. But I don't think she will make it to live to tell about it. So y'all let me know about that. How do y'all feel about Angel? She's really good at ear hustling, and she's really good at gathering information. She even been getting information from the ADAs. Both because Laz and Duffy should have been released by now. So as far as Greenie, Meech didn't seem as too concerned with him, but he was really concerned about Duffy and Laz. And then come to find out, thanks to Angel's seduction, She was able to find out that Greenie has been picked up by the Georgia Bureau of Investigations due to Greenie's dealing with thugs, dealers, killers, etc. So from what Angel found out, Greenie, after being picked up, implicated Meech for the shooting of Big Mike. And they just impaneled a secret grand jury for Meech. So the GBI is now looking for Meech. Then while discussing this with Duffy and Angel, Last falls in talking about they was trying to get him to flip on Meech too. On some murder. So that means Meech needs to get low, stay low, lay low. So not only is the Red Dogs coming for them now, but the Red Dogs, the DA, the GBI, and let's not still forget Remy and Glock. Okay? They got a lot going on. But after making sure his crew had the info for Ty's old lawyer, he's packed up his shit, headed to the Lou. St. Louis, that is. Because he claims his boy Jay Pusha is already up there, ready for Meech to join him. So we have to see how this is going to work out now. I don't know if things is going to pan out the way Meech wants it to, because his team, of course, doesn't want him to leave, but they also know that he's in danger if he stays there. Not only from Remy or Glock, but from the authorities, the feds, the DAs, the Red Dogs, and everybody else, okay, who's coming for his neck. So he's going to go to the Lou. He promises to still send money down to his peeps down in the A. But he told them, don't also forget that y'all still owe me money. So don't be down here just chilling, just spending the money that I'm sending y'all. So I don't know how this is going to work. He's still paying them and sending them money. Even though he'll probably have a whole new crew, or he'll probably have to be doing everything by himself. I don't know how much his crew can depend on them when they still down in the A. I don't know if Remy or Glock might come for his crew that's still down in the A. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But one thing I did I also wanted to talk about was the doctor. The doctor, him and what's her name? I can't think. Lucille. I'm sorry. A few distractions going on right now because, like I said, my son's friends are coming in and out the house because of their homeboy, their friend who passed away a few other days from gun violence. But yeah, so Charles and Lucille and Dr. Maurice. Lucille ended up going out with the Dr. Maurice. They ended up getting a phone call because T's baby mama, LaWanda, she ended up giving birth or going into labor. So they had to rush back to the house. And while they were rushing back to the house, T was still out with Markeisha. Markeisha was acting real jelly again, y'all. So I got a question for y'all, because she has to understand that she's messing with a guy who has a whole family, right? She knows that. And then he has a baby mama that's due any day now with their baby. And she been acting really jelly. But I need to ask y'all, because I asked y'all before, and y'all can put it down in the comment section. Do y'all think Markeisha was behind the CPS being called on T and LaWanda? Because while at first I didn't think that she had anything to do with it, Meech for sure thinks she had something to do with it. Me say, she called the CPS on y'all with her hating ass. And I'm thinking because T was in it with, Henry, I was like, well, maybe Henry, might have had something to do with it because they've been going back and forth trying to get at each other. But now I'm not so sure. So y'all let me know how y'all feel. If y'all think that Markeisha had anything to do with the CPS being called. Other than that, I think I done covered everything that I wanted to cover in this episode. Again, I thought it was a really good episode. It was a lot going on. You really have to make sure you pay attention to all the players because it's a lot going on. And I think these next few episodes are really going to get riled up. I think Meech might face some drama in the Lou, and I think his people still in the A is going to face some drama as well. And now that T's baby is born, ooh, child, I'm scared to find out what Markeisha might do to him because she act like an old jealous, like you the side chick. But you know how the side chicks are. They don't know how to stay in their place sometimes. So anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Make sure y'all like and share the video again. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Hood Table again. If y'all not subscribed, please feel free to join the membership. Also, to donate to the commentary, $the Hood Table 402. Thank you. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out.